What's up, you guys? This is Sirius Center Temple, and this is your guy here, Kevin, and this is Jesus, aka SERAPIS, redone within 5 to 6 minutes or so. Why am I doing this video? Because the other video was extremely long, and I would like to have a short one as a rehash. Let's do it. So, everybody thought that this guy, named Jesus was an actual figure. Back in ancient times, they thought that this individual went around and did all the things that they said that he did. Now, I want to let y'all know something. You see, this guy named Jesus, this guy right here, you guys are being played. Y'all don't even realize what's going on. First of all, that's not even his real image, alright? Let me show you a picture of what they showed in true ancient times. They show you a negroid figure, and then toward the end of the ancient empire, then they give you one of a figure of albinism, or as to be so-called Caucasian, to descent of today. Which ultimately means the one that you see today, the image that you see today and you hold dear in your heart today, is false. Now, a man named Ptolemy I. Salter was the individual who created this creation, this European-looking albino Jesus Christ Messiah figure. Why? So that way, people will forget about the original Christ images that were left back in Kemet. What is Kemet, people? Kemet is your Egypt. Why are you guys not aware of this? Because the media and people will not let you know. This is stuff that you need to study on your own. I know I look all messed up right now. I just woke up. I got a whole bunch of things I gotta take care of, paperwork and other things like that. So I'm trying to make this video as quick as possible. So let's continue. What Ptolemy did was basically he combined Osiris, the Egyptian god, the Nefer god, this individual right here, the Nefer, which means goodly and kind. I'll show it to you in his images as well. I'll show it to you. But for now, I'll show you this. He combined this individual with the Egyptian god Apis, the bull god of strength and fertility. He used these two and combined them together and somehow got this individual that we know as today as Jesus as, aka Serapis, or the Roman Jesus. And this is what they did to try to trick the masses. People don't realize that the Jesus is actually Serapis, not being a real individual. The real images back then was images like these that they don't want to show you. Alright, now, I know the camera looks all messed up and stuff like that, but just bear with me. I'm trying to make the video as soon as possible. Now, what you guys don't understand is that people keep telling you guys that certain things don't exist, blah blah blah, and when you see the ancient pyramids and you go to these places and you see images of humanoid beings standing up with like a humanoid stature, like a man, and their head looks completely different and their body looks kind of strange and stuff like this, they tell you that these things are just, you know, symbols and stuff like that. True, but these things are not just symbols. A lot of these things did exist back then. People fail to understand this. Yes, people, there is more than meets the eye. These things come from alternate dimensions. Why they don't tell you this? Because they don't want you getting curious to nothing. Check it out. The reason why the Negro, or the so-called black man today, the image that you're looking at right now, the Egyptian, this is the so-called African man, much of what I am. The reason why his face is on top of a cat-like body in Kemet is because there were cat-like alien extraterrestrial beings there, being kings and queens at that time frame as well. People are not aware of this. There was a reason why the cat was so revered and feared and respected all at the same time. There was cat-like beings who came down in UFOs, coming down there to pay homage and respect to the pharaoh, and they became neighbors. It's why you keep seeing in movies the cat is very well respected. Look at the Sphinx right here, the black man, the so-called Negro, which he's not a black man, he's highly melanated. There's a difference, but take a look. This is a cat-like body with a man's face on it. You have to understand this. They was paying respect to the cat-like beings that came down there long ago. I know this is a lot to take in, but you guys have to understand that this is the fact of the matter. There are extraterrestrial beings that look humanoid in stature, but are very much like us, but are very much different from us. They even showed you this movie with the Nabi. There's a reason for that too. But you guys are not going to catch any of this because you guys are not looking for the right information. You can call me crazy all you want. I actually know what I'm talking about. So, hey, to each his own. You guys see Anubis up there in the ancient hieroglyphs, and you really want to say that these Egyptian people are going to just draw this individual for no reason? Come on. Seriously, people will even tell you that this is blasphemous information. No, this is the real information. You see, I'm trying to strike a match inside your brain so you can fucking think. Think about it. You really believe a man-made building is going to save your life if you go there every Sunday? Is this what you believe? Come on, people. The Christ is not a Hebrew word. Why? Because the Christ, you see, I don't get it. There was no J in Hebrew at the time frame. There was no J. You see, the green-skinned man that you see in front of you, this is the original Crest, which really meant the Nefer god. Okay? This is Osiris. Study before you open up your mouths, people. You guys have to study. Okay? The Nefer meant goodly and kind. This is the original symbolic reference or the symbol for the ancient god of that time frame who ruled over people in that time. So just please understand. This is the original symbol, original cross for the so-called Christ, the real Christ of that time frame. This which predates Jesus or Yeshua for over 400 years, people. So you gotta understand, Yeshua is either a Negro or a humanoid cat-like being from another dimension. It's that simple, people. Oh, who is Yeshua? Yeshua is the real name for your so-called Jesus Christ. But I never heard this name Yeshua. Well, what do you mean? Okay, you see the white image that I just showed you of this guy with blonde hair and blue eyes calling himself Jesus? He didn't look like that. And the real name for the individual who was running around doing these things, his name was Yeshua ben Yosef. He was either a Negro, the Egyptian, the Ethiopian, or he was a humanoid extraterrestrial being from another galaxy who came down. See? Told you things were going to get interesting on this channel. Peace and love to one and all. Alright, I'm going to catch you guys later. Peace. Oh, wait, but how did you come to this conclusion? Alright, the Greco-Romans were trying to invade Egypt at the time frame, right? If they're trying to invade in the time frame, right? And these are Negroes that you're going in there, right? And you're a Greco-Roman. You're most likely going to be a white man, right? Even though there was black Greco-Romans in the earlier times. These are the end times. There wasn't that many black Romans in that time frame. If you're going in to invade Egypt, and you're invading a place that's highly populated with Negroes, and the two individuals running away with their baby, going into Egypt, going to fled to the mountains, which is Egypt, in that area, they can't look albino or so-called Caucasian of today. They can't be that and get away because they look like the driving force, which is the oppressor. If they look like the driving force that is the oppressor, they will not be able to get away because people will notice them right off the bat. They don't look like the people from that place in that time frame. So they have to either look like the people of that time frame, what I look like, or they have to be another type of entity that is well respected there in order to get away. Doesn't that make sense? See what I'm saying? It's just common sense.